Good morning, welcome to Stretch Saturday. Okay, good morning, welcome to Stretch Saturday. It's like find ourselves space and then let the stretching begin. Okay, so just find a space. Reach up to the sky and bring your arms back down. Just nicely, all the way up, all the way down, just by the sides of your body. If you'd like to just move from side to side as well, you can do. Again, nothing too strenuous. Just nice, big, deep stretches. That's it. Okay. I'm going to transition these stretches into like bringing your arms in some big circles. All the way around. Push them as far back as you can. Bring them as far forward as you can. Just great big arm circles, bringing them forwards. That's nicely done. Now I'm going to reverse it and take them backwards. Great big arm circles going backwards. That's it. Nice big circles. Okay. And from there, I'm going to bring our arms out to the side. I'm going to push our arms, turn our one palm up, push our body over to that side, all the way over as far as we can. Turn that palm down, the other palm up, push the other direction. Same again, change palms and change direction. Nicely done. Big movements, big stretches to each side of the body. Nicely pushing out. So, listen to all those clicks and creaks and groans your body's doing. Just know how it's feeling today. Okay, hold your arms out to the sides. I'm going to bend at the elbows. Sometimes it helps if you put your thumbs out. I'm going to do elbow circles. Big circles with your elbows. All the way around. Okay, and the opposite direction. Okay. That's it, nicely done. Put your arms down, shoulders might be a bit achy at the moment. We're going to change this into shoulder shrugs. So pushing shoulders all the way up. See if you can get your shoulders to touch your ears. Okay. Now I'm going to change that into shoulder circles. So round your shoulders, bring them forwards. Feel that stretch and expansion in your back. Feel that squeeze across your chest. Okay, I'm going to reverse that. So feel the expansion across your chest. And feel that squeeze down your back. That's it. Oh, you've got this nicely done. Okay, now we're going to move on to bring our arms just across the body. I'm just going to squeeze the arm across the body. And same with the other side. Keep your shoulders down, bring your arm across, and just squeeze it across the body. Okay, I think we're going to start to do some rotations. Rotate to one side. And keep your feet firmly planted on the ground. And rotate to the side. Try and look behind you. See how far you can see it, send your head round. We might already start to find that one side maybe just a little bit stiffer than the other. So do this. Moving further down, we're going to go some hip flicks. Flicking the hip from side to side. That's it. Nice big move motions. See how far you can get your hip to move. Both sides, all the way out. That's it. And from there, we're going to go into some pelvic tilts. So push backside backwards, and then forwards. All the way back, all the way forwards. Feel the stretch down the front of your body. Nicely done. And into some hip rotations. All the way around, big circles. So you can make them the biggest circles you possibly can. Really exaggerate those movements. Nice big movements. And then we're going to flick into the opposite direction. Big circles in the other direction. That's it. Nice. Big circle. Okay. Bring our feet together. We'll move down to our knees, slightly bending the knees. I'm going to go big circles with our knees. Might help if you hold onto your knees with your hands as well. Give yourself that bit of stability. Nice big circles in one direction and then into the opposite direction. Nicely done. Okay, standing up. You may need something to hold on to, just give yourself a bit of balance as we're going to go onto one leg. Or you can just do it with your own and take that extra bit of balance as well. So just going to do some ankle rotations. So just some circles with your ankles. Round and round and round it goes. And then in the opposite direction. That's it. And then same with the other foot. Round in one direction. And then in the opposite direction. Okay. Right, so if we've done that, so we're going to come back and we're going to work our hands. So we're going to do some wrist flicks. So it's like a crazy day in the office, loads of emails to get out, tons of reports to write, blah, blah, blah. That's it. So you flick your wrists. Turn your palms up, flick them the other way. That's it. And palms back down. Flicking those wrists. Palms up again. That's it. And palms back down. Okay. Now interlace your fingers together, bring your elbows together. I'm going to do some wrist rotations. That's it, roll the wrists. See if you can get a little faster. Maybe faster still. Okay, and then roll them in the opposite direction. Might be a little bit more difficult. But that's perfectly fine, that's normal. We usually have one side that's just slightly stronger than the other. Hence the reason why it's really important to do both sides. Otherwise, all that happens is one side continues to get stronger and the other side doesn't. Okay, bring those out. Now we're going to move on to our neck, our atlas and axis joints. So bring our chin to our chest and look up to the ceiling. Chin back to the chest, looking back up at the ceiling. Nice solid movements, not looking to push this. All we're looking for is just that maximum range of motion that we can comfortably do. Nothing big. Okay, bring your head back to the centre, look to the left, and then look to the right. To the left, and to the right. See? You've got this. Okay, bring your head back to the centre. Keeping your shoulders down this time, we're going to bring our ear to our shoulders. To the left, and then to the right. Left, and right. Sit nicely down. Feel that stretch. If it goes that little bit lower, that's fine. If it doesn't, that's okay as well. The thing is, listen to your body. Hear what it's saying to you. Feel it. Just be thankful for it. Okay, so hopefully now we've warmed everything up. We can start moving on to those muscle group stretches. So as always, we're going to start off with our chest stretch. So looking at our pectoral muscles. The pectoral muscles is the fan-shaped muscle that starts off at your sternum here. That's the origin point. Stretches across your top of your chest and then anchors by your arm. It allows you to push things away. So if you just put your hand on top of your chest and you just start to push things away, you should feel it move. In fact, you can almost probably grab it slightly under your armpit. That's the word I was looking for. So for us to be able to stretch this, if we're pushing, it needs to go in the opposite direction. So we're going to have to try and pull it in this direction. So I'm going to try and keep this nice 90-degree angle in our arm with our shoulders kept down nice and flat. And then we're going to push against the wall. So for me, I put the heel of my hand against the wall as I push forwards. So So find yourself wall space. What I'll also do is I'll tend to move the foot nearest the wall forwards, so that as I'm pushing forwards, I find that stretch point and hold it. And release. And then one more time. So I'm going to do a bit of developmental stretching. Find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Onto the other arm. Do the exact same thing. So arm at 90 degrees. Foot nearest the wall. Heel of the hand pressing in. Find that stretch point where you can feel it in your chest and hold it. And release. One more time. Find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Okay. So now we're going to move on to the next muscle group. We're going to move on to our arms, specifically our biceps. So remember, our biceps, origin points at the shoulder, anchors down by the elbow, and allows us to bring our arm up. So for us to be able to stretch that bicep, we have to bring it in the opposite direction. So we're going to do an exercise very similar to what we did with the chest, but this time we're going to keep our arm out straight, use the heel of our hand against the wall to apply the pressure, and make sure our bicep is pointing in front of us. And what we're going to do is just push into the wall, so apply the pressure to allow us to stretch our bicep. So find yourself a wall space, heel of hand, bicep facing forwards, and again, I tend to use the foot that's nearest the wall to push myself forwards. So find yourself at a stretch point and hold it. And release. One more time, find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Onto the other arm, exactly the same again. So heel against the wall, foot close to the wall forwards. Find that stretch point in your bicep and hold it. And release. One more time. Find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Okay. So we've done our biceps now. Our triceps, the opposite side of our arms, those allow us to extend our arm downwards. So if you just put your finger on there, you should be able to feel them. Same thing, origin point by your shoulder, anchor point by your elbow, and allows you to squeeze out. So for us to be able to stretch it, we have to bring our arm up. So for that, we're going to bring our arm above our head. We can either grab hold of our elbow to help stretch it, or if you can pass your hand underneath your back and pull your hand down. So find that stretch point. That's it, and hold it. And release. And then one more time. And up, hand on to the top of your elbow. Find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Okay, same with the other arm. Arm up, hold the elbow, hand down your back, find that stretch point and hold it. And release. One more time. Arm up, down your back, hand under your elbow, find the stretch point and hold it. And release. Okay, so that's the arms done. Now we're going to move on to our shoulders. So for our shoulders, we're going to keep our arms down, but we're looking at trying to stretch out that kind of shoulder muscle joint. So we bring our arm across our front, keeping our shoulders down, then tucking our hand around our arm. We're just going to pull it gently until we feel that stretch and hold it. Probably going to feel the stretch across the top of your shoulders and across the top of your back. and release. Then one more time, all the way across. Find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Okay, same with the other arm. Bring it across the body, keep your shoulder nice and low. Find that stretch point and hold it. And release. One more time. Arm across the body. Find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Okay, so that's our shoulders done. We're going to now move to our back. We've got two different exercises to work on our back. So we're looking at really trying to stretch our lats and stretch the big muscles that are going down here. So the first one I'm going to do is we're going to stretch to the side. We're going to bring one arm up, grab hold of the wrist with the other arm, and just pull ourselves over gently. That's it, all the way over. As far as you can. Feel that stretch. And hold it. And release. One more time. Arm up, grab hold of the wrist, pull yourself over, and hold it. And release. Okay. I'm going to do the other way. Arm up, hold the wrist, pull yourself over, and hold it. And release. Arm up again, hold on to the wrist, pull yourself over, find that stretch, and hold it. And release. Okay, so that's the first one. The second one we're going to do is a bit like being a diver. Bring our arms over our head. I'm going to bend at the torso, not at the hips. So you're stretching those back out. As far as you can. Nice, big, long spine. If you feel that stretch, hold it. Release. And one more time, all the way up. Feel the stretch. Again, bending at the torso, not at the hips. And hold it. Release. Okay, so that's our back done. Now we're going to move down into our legs. We've got a couple of different exercises for this. The first one though, I'm going to concentrate on our quads. So our quads, if you remember, allow us to straighten our legs. So if you put your hand on your quads, when you bend it, you can feel it's stretched. Straighten it, you can feel it's compressed, that kind of contraction. You might want to hold on to something if you need a little bit of balance. What we're going to do is we're going to bring our heel, hold on to our heel as close to our bottom as we can, so we can start to stretch that quad. If you need to, just bend over slightly so you can feel that stretch in your quad. When you find that stretch point, hold it. And release. Okay, one more time. Grab hold of your ankle, heel to your bottom, find that stretch point, and hold it. And release. Switch into the other leg. So again, grab hold of the ankle, as close to your bottom as you can, find that stretch point, and hold it. And release. One more time. Grab hold of your ankle, heel to your bottom, find that stretch point and hold it. And release. Okay, now we're going to go into what's traditionally called a runner's stretch, but this really helps to stretch our hamstrings. That's the muscle down the back of our leg. That's what that allows us to kind of pull our leg up. And also into our calves. So this is the big muscle down the bottom of our lower leg. So if you bring one leg foot forwards, bending the opposite leg, I want you to pull your toes up towards you, and then push your hand just on the top of your leg and put a little bit of pressure in so you can feel that stretch down the back of your leg, down the back of your hamstrings and your calves. And hold it. and release. One more time. Again, pull your toes up, drop your weight down, find that first we've got that nice stretch and hold it. And release. Okay, switching legs now. So the other leg goes forwards, dropping your weight down. So your legs are just stretched is bent. Pulling your toes up, a little bit of pressure on top of your leg, and hold it. And release. And one more time. Find that pressure, pull your toes up, and hold it. And release. Okay, so we've worked on our legs, worked on our back, etc. Now we're going to take ourselves down to the ground to work on some more of that mobility pieces. So I want us to go down, lay flat on the ground. So your belly and your chest are touching. And your hands are underneath your shoulders. What I like us to do then is we're going to push the ground away, bring our head up and our chest up into what yoga calls a cobra pose. So it should feel a nice stretch down the front of your body and there's a compression in your spine. And hold that. Okay, we're going to bring ourselves down, pushing ourselves back. So our backside goes backwards, keeping our hands forwards, and bringing our head and chest as close to the ground as we can into what's known as a child's pose. Feel it stretch all down your back, all down your arms, and hold it. Okay, back up, transition back through, back onto the ground, then pushing the ground away, looking up to the ceiling, chest up, into cobra. Hold it. That's it. Pushing the ground away, pushing backside backwards, keeping the hands anchored on the floor. So you've got the nice stretch going down your back into child's pose and hold it. Okay, nicely done. Okay, bring ourselves up onto all fours. Put your hands out underneath your shoulders. Like we're going to go into do some cat cows or some angered cat stretches, as a friend of mine calls them. So imagine you've got a piece of string that's tied to your belly button, and you're going to pull that string all the way up towards the ceiling, tucking your head underneath between your arms into angered cat stretch. So feel a stretch down your back, a compression down your front. Okay, I'm going to invert it now. I'm going to pull that string towards the ground. I'm looking up at the same time. So try and find get our stomach as close to the ground as we can. The front of our body is opened up and our back is compressed. And then invert it again. So pulling that string up. Our back arches, our head tucks under. And then the opposite way again. Pulling our stomach down. Looking up towards the ceiling. Okay, bring yourself back to neutral. I'll do the last movement what my old physio used to call Superman pose, which I know is called bird dog these days. We're going to put our right arm out and our left leg out, pointing our fingers and toes. We're going to stretch, see if we can touch both sides of the room. Really give it that long, long stretch. And hold it. And release. Bring yourselves back down onto all fours. And we're going to do the opposite with your left arm and your right leg. Point your fingers, point your toes, try and stretch to reach the room, and hold it. And release. And one more time on your left leg, right arm. Stretch out, hold it, and release. And left arm, right leg, stretch, hold, space. Okay, and that is the end of a stretch session for today. Have an absolutely super day. Make sure you do something really exciting, something that's really going to make yourself feel more alive, and enjoy yourself. That's what life is more about. Have fun. Bye bye for now.